Mary Catherine went into a number of different programs, and I want to emphasize this because I think it speaks to addiction itself. She had counselors and people that she would meet that were in recovery with her or whatever, and they would all say, she has such a powerful story. She has such a powerful story. And I never really understood what that meant. I mean, I knew that she was good at sharing her story with other people, that she was good at working when she was sober. She was great at being a sponsor, and she would sponsor 5 and 6 people and do a good job with all of them. There were a lot of people that credited her after her death to their sobriety. When I finally got somebody to tell me, one of her counselors to tell me exactly what it meant when they said she had such a powerful story, they said, well, she tried so hard to get and stay sober. She probably went to, and I'm not kidding, 30 different programs or more in an attempt to get and stay sober. She had a year sober at one point. She had 6 months. She had 5 months. She had 11 months over a year period, but they just weren't consistent. And this was from 50. She died when she was 22, so this was over a 7-year period. She desperately wanted to get sober and stay sober and help other people. She was offered jobs in some of the programs that she went to. If she could stay sober a year, they wanted her to work for them and help with some of the other patients. I mean, help in recovery, you know, be a house mom or whatever. You know, we did what we could. She started out in an outpatient program, and then it went on from there. And there's so many that it's hard to even focus on one. Maybe David can do a better job.
All of this talking about just brings back horrible memories. I can remember asking her one time, Mary Catherine, where do you get the drugs? How do you go without any money and find heroin? She said, Dad, you're such a dumbass. She says, I'm attractive. All I've got to do is walk out on the street and a car will come by, pick me up, and I will end up with any drugs I want before the night's over. It's that easy. And she was a beautiful girl. She was like a model. And it just was so horrible for me to think, and that happened over and over and over again. She would leave a rehab program, walk out on the streets with no money, the clothes on her back, and within a matter of hours, she could be shooting up heroin. And she knew the ropes, man. She knew the inner city of Atlanta like it was scary. I remember taking her, I forget the circumstances, but I was her transportation, and she was taking me into the worst parts of Atlanta, and she knew her way around. And that just broke my heart because I knew what was going on, but it was all totally out of control. And to what David is saying, I just want to add that, you know, that's the horrible thing about this disease, is that it takes over, and you don't care about anything except getting the drugs. When you're active in your disease, food doesn't matter, sleep doesn't matter, relationships don't matter. That's the focus, is to get those drugs. That's all that matters. It's all that matters for her, but at the same time, she was very well aware of the pain that her mom and I were going through. And she was super aware of that her behavior was causing us pain. And that made her feel like crap. I remember her telling me, I hate what I'm doing to you guys right now. So she was very tuned in to, and we didn't suffer anything compared to how she suffered. But it wasn't, she was aware of it. She was aware of what her addiction was doing to her parents. But she also was aware that it was a disease and it was out of control of her and she couldn't manage it.